Well, hello to everyone. Hi, مرحبا وعليكم السلام. وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. أهلا بالجميع. أهلا بكم جميعا. يسعدني يعني أن أكون هنا مجددا. كما كنت أقول like I was saying the last time. كيف الحال؟ أنا بخير. أنا بخير الحمد لله، وأنت؟ كيف حالك؟ مرحبا بك. أهلا بالجميع هنا. الحمد لله. هذا أمر جيد. It's a good thing to know. I actually just had a new thing to be obsessed with and just talk about for years and years, but apparently I actually don't have anyone to share my thoughts with. Look, let me put something clear at the beginning. Is that I will come here every time I find like something so interesting that I feel like I'm losing my mind if I didn't have a person to talk with, and I'm gonna start yapping about it here in this like streams, even though there is no one to watch or no one to hear me, but at least I am sure that someone, maybe by some like miracle or something, gonna come here and gonna like see what I'm yapping and talking about. Anyway, what I've chosen is not something new actually. It's like the same old thing that I've been talking about. Fun fiction. Fun fiction, the AO3. You know what makes me so sad and upset these days is the fact that I just discovered this website. It makes me feel so sad, so incredibly sad, because it's been a long time that I was like very obsessed with a lot of things. And if I just had like the opportunity, like at that time, and like discovered this website, I would have been like in the deepest hole in hell, but like I'm ready for it. Just give it to me. When I was obsessed with Naruto, for example, when I was obsessed with the Tokyo Avengers, oh my god, that was the best thing ever that happened to me. But it was so so ridiculous at the same time, but I enjoyed it. And now, and when I was like obsessed with the Song of Ice and Fire too. But right now, I'm like just so I'm having a wild, crazy crush on the House of the Dragon. I just can't stop thinking about that series. Why? Because I'm so disappointed about like what happened in the show, like HBO, the way they did the show and everything. But like in general, I was happy, okay? Like, we have dragons. We have dragons. The dragon's gonna die at the end, but like, who cares? At least we have dragons right now, and that's the best thing ever. Let me continue, okay? The fanfic that I am obsessed with, and I am like doing the best of my best to stop me from like finishing it, because I would lose my brain, I would lose my mind the first second this story ends, or like when I start like to have that problem of I need to sit down and wait till the author update it, because I've told you last time this story is, oh my god, what did just happen? This story is 19 chapters, okay? And I'm now in chapter 13. I am flying. I reached chapter 13 in one day. In one day, I've read like more than 278 pages in one day. And keep in mind that I was in a reading slump. It was terrifying, that reading slump I was in. And I've read that much of pages in one day. That's dangerous. I smell like I can see problems coming around. And apparently something that she just like updated something. I don't know how did that happen, but like I scrolled through and I found this. Uh, okay, never mind. It's nothing. I am stuck in my emails. Okay, my Gmail app. I spend time there more than any other place that I usually use to spend time in. And that's terrifying. That's not funny anymore. Oh my god. And that's not funny anymore because guess what? This way, I am here just like losing my brain over something like that. It is so like terrifying. Anyway, just focus with me and let me share with you the stories or the fan fiction that I am reading or willing to read right now. The first one is like the famous one, the one that had my heart and mind and soul and body and life and everything in me, is Our Violent Delights. I am, you can say 50%. It's 49, but like we're gonna say 50. It's 50%, and I am doing my best to not read anything more because I am gonna lose my brain if I finished it. The next one, it called like they're calling her. Yes, it's a she. None of your business. Lady Dreamfire. Lady Dreamfire. Okay, I'm reading like the background and I'm trying my best not to. Oh, okay. Okay, like fandoms we have here: Game of Thrones, A Song of Ice and Fire, and House of the Dragon. Relationships. We have Lady Sansa Stark, Aegon II, and Helena, Aemond, and Helena. Listen, Hightower, and Viserys. Okay, that's complicated. Let's do not focus. Let's see the tags. Okay, I'm scared. Time travel fix in. Time travel. I love time travel. I love this trope. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. That really has like some serious, like, oh my god. Spoilers. It has literally like Aegon the second, Aegon two, like second of his name. Aegon Targaryen will not be an asshole. If HBO can write Rhaenyra and Daemon, then I can. HBO can whitewash Rhaenyra and Daemon, then I can whatever I want with Aegon. What the hell? Let's run away. Because spoilers. And my job in life, sometimes I feel that it's to avoid spoilers. It is so scary the way like the spoilers just like dropping and jumping to my face. And the story is like so long, to be honest, so long. It is, wow, 800 pages. That's a lot to read. Guess what? I'm excited. And there is not like a number of, chapters. There's just POVs. The first POV, for example, we have is Sansa. No, yeah, it's Sansa. Then Aegon the Elder. Then we have Rhaenyra, Sansa, Alicent, Helena, Alicent, Aegon, Helena, Rhaenyra, Alicent, Kristen. What the hell? The last thing I would love or like or would have to see in my life or to read, to be more specific, is Kristen Cole's POV, because I don't give a F about about what he thinks or what he sees or what he feels. I don't care. I don't care if the author gonna like change his personality and make him like better, like a good knight and stuff. I don't care. I don't give a f. Like I don't care. Keep it to yourself. Keep these things to yourself because I don't care. I'm so much just of thinking that I would be like forced to sit down and read Kristen Cole's POV and be in it. I don't care. I don't fucking care. Give this shit to yourself. Don't torture me that way. What the hell? God. Anyway, Lady Dreamfire by AI Megarine. I don't know what's like. Let's skip her name, okay? We had summary. Queen in the North, Sansa Stark, first of her name, passes away after a long peaceful life of ruling. She's at peace, knowing her eldest son will watch over the kingdom after her. Yet, she opens her eyes again, but this time, oh my god, she's not Rhaenyra. Oh my gosh. But this time, as I was saying, but this time she's Helena Targaryen, and this is the moment of le gasp. Le gasp moment, yes. Here we go again. But this time she's Helena Targaryen, the tragic sister wife of Aegon II, mere years before the beginning of the Dance of the Dragons. Armed by her knowledge of history and her wits, she has no choice but to fight for the faction she's been born into, for a war is in- invisible. Yeah, that's so exciting actually. She might be a dragon in this lifetime, but she was born a wolf. Only a united pack can survive winter. Okay, this is a moment of silence to this magnificent quote. Because, dear God, in Starks we trust. Like, in House Stark, in House, let's Stark, we trust. I just put this, but like, I'm gonna give her blue. I'm gonna give her blue because Stark, what the hell? The North. Note: the Helena ship has finally been decided. It will be a happy Aegon and Helena. I'm happy for them. Aegon and Helena, let's go. Let's go, guys. I'm so happy for that. As I was like, I don't know if I've ever like mentioned that here before, but like, I've never read, I've never I've never read like anything in fantasy in English, like to be more specific in English. I've never tried to read in English fantasy. I've tried, but I feel like I had this feeling of like I've never spoke English or even tried to. But anyway, okay, we're gonna try again another time. But with this fan fiction, I don't know. I'm just melting into the world, into their like they're even using like more like this kind of complicated vocabulary comparing to the others. But who cares? I'm I'm so happy and excited for that. Let's go. The first, wow, that's kind of a lot of pages, don't you think? The first chapter is Sansa. The first chapter, like I was saying, is Sansa. Sansa 1. Okay? Um, as I was saying, the first chapter is Sansa, okay? It goes, today would surely be her last day, but Sansa didn't mind. She had lived a long life, and after a hellish decade, she had been covered and blessed with 3 children: Rickon for her wild little brother, and his father, Jane for her trusted friend, and Catelyn for her mother. She even was grandmother now. She has 2 grandchildren, the twin Thorin and Brandon. Oh my god, it's like an arrow going through my heart, and I feel like I'm gonna shed tears in a second. This name, you can just mention it, and I'll immediately have a breakdown, and you're gonna see me in the floor, sobbing, crying, losing my mind over it. Because I don't know, but all the characters I've ever knew in my whole life, in every book I've read, there is a person named Brandon. Oh my god, the saddest story ever has been told, and the most pure heart you can ever see or imagine someone has. That's so unfair. This name is cursed, and I'm so mad. I'm so mad at it. Anyway, let's keep reading. The Queen in the North wished she could see them grow old and become adults, but she had made peace with her upcoming death. Her body was weak, and her breath is still a cane. According to the maesters, the abuse she has in her young had weakened her health. Rickon had been avenged upon relating that his mother's past was still haunting her. But Sansa knew it was simply the way things were. The old gods were calling her back to them, and she would watch over her children from the gods' woods. I love this. I love when they mention the details. For example, like in the film fiction that I'm obsessed with, like I'm always talking about our violent delights. Like I remember that Emma had mentioned this moment where what happened again? When she's seen that Aegon's hands were like full of scars because of the Iron Throne, and that blah 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 blah. Iron Throne always refuses like the rulers that do not deserve to be sitting there, like not strong enough, or like so arrogant and pride, and kind of things, like what happened with Maegor the Cruel, what happened with Viserys the First, and now Aegon. It doesn't deserve to be named king or anything because I hate him so much. Anyway, and here they mentioned all the gods, like the gods that the Northmen actually do, like worship. Anyway, let's keep going. There was a knock on the door and a voice called for her. Mother, are you awake? It was Raycon. She invited him to come inside, and her son came to sit by her side. He had blue eyes like her, and his hair was blue, black, were similar to his fathers. He has been a Northman soldier in charge of guarding her, and he had loved her. He was kind and gentle. She had thought of marrying him after getting pregnant, but he had been killed when, oh my god, when a Pentosish nobleman whom she had refused to marry has tried to assassinate her. His name had been Regard. Like many Northmen, she had mounted him for years. Yeah, I am, but not for long, Sansa confessed. Rickon looked at her sadly, but Sansa grabbed his hands. Don't be sad, my sweet son. It's life. My brothers and sister are coming. Are they not? They are, mother. Good, good. I'm sorry, I'm not good at reading. You know, it's a dialogue. What do you want me to do? Good, good. You won't forget what I taught you, will you? Of course not, mother. I'll look after the North, and my children will do so after me. Sansa nodded. I love you. The Queen in the North closed her eyes and fell asleep to never wake, thinking her beloved kingdom, thinking of her beloved kingdom. And yet, oh my goodness, listen to that. We're back again, babies. And yet she opened her eyes. She opened her eyes once again. Yet she wasn't the Queen of the North anymore. No, according to the new memories currently swelling into her mind, she was now Helena Targaryen, the tragic sister wife of Aegon II Targaryen. Sitting in front of a mirror, the former queen looked at her reflection, clutching against her chest. Her body was barely 5 years old. She's 5. Oh my gosh. So the dance hadn't begun yet, or rather, the upon battles haven't begun yet. But the hatred between Rhaenyra Targaryen and Alicent Hightower had now been raging for a couple of years. And yet, in Helena's memories, Sansa saw Queen Alicent loving nature toward her children. The wicked stepmother was nowhere to be seen. Instead, she saw a loving woman whose eyes were filled with fear and anxiety for her children. She remembered Alicent offering a book on bugs to Helena, who had developed a strange interest in them. Sansa clutched the doll tighter against her chest. She hadn't felt a mother's love in decades, and she couldn't help but long for it. Okay, that breaks my heart for sure. Like, I am so attached to the house Stark and every goddamn detail in them. Everything in the North that has like any kind of like relation with them, with the Starks. The winter is coming, and the North remembers. We know no king in the North, but the king in the North, his name is Stark. All of these things, it really gives me like shivers all over my body. It is so good, and I'm so obsessed with it. And if you know, you know. Like, you don't. Hi, hello, welcome back again. As I was saying, what I was talking about is just like some fan fictions I was reading, and I was like reading a few pages. This is just the second page of the like fan fiction. The name of the fan fiction is Lady Dreamfire. Doing quite good, thank you so much. And you, how are you? And you, how are you? I'll keep reading, by the way. When she had passed away in Winterfell, Lady Catelyn has been for half a century, and herself had ruled half of Westeros for 40 years. Her oldest son, Rickon, has taken the throne, and she had fallen ill, and she knew he and his children would rule wisely. However, despite all the love she had received from her children and grandchildren, she had longed for mother's embrace. Oh, you're outside? Okay, thank you so much for coming and saying hello. It is like really so sweet of you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Have fun, enjoy your night. And let's keep going. I was like reading something, yep, a new page. What should I do? She thought, as she pulled her tiny plump hand on the mirror. She wasn't Helena, and yet she was. She had her memories, her feelings, her feelings for her siblings and mother, and yet she was also Sansa Stark, Queen of the North, daughter of Ned Stark and Catelyn Tully, sister of Robb, Jon, Arya, Bran, and Rickon. She couldn't tell. She couldn't. She couldn't tell those around her. Oh, keep going. I'm here. Oh, thank you so much. She had her memories, her feelings for her siblings and mother, and yet she was also Sansa Stark, Queen of the North, daughter of Ned Stark and Catelyn Tully, sister of Robb, Jon, Arya, Bran, and Rickon. She couldn't tell those around her, though at best people would think her mad. At worst, they might exclude her for some sort of witchcraft. As she reflected on her position, a powerless and young princess whom history would remember as tragic, the door of her bedroom opened. The two boys came in, followed by a guard. The second they saw her, the boys grabbed and came straight running to the guards, yelling something to the corridor. Before Sansa could move to avoid them, they were hugging her. Aegon, Aemond, here they are. Spoiled the childish memories of Helena Targaryen. Sansa's eyes widened slightly, and she instantly hugged the two of them back. "You're awake!" Aemond exclaimed. "I thought you'd sleep forever." "What?" she asked. The boys took a step back, and Sansa detailed them quickly. Aegon seemed to be 8, while Aemond was merely 3 or 4. Oh my god, that's so cute. That's so cute. Oh my god, just thinking of Aemon being 4 or 3. Oh, you're on the ocean? You're on the beach? Well, how lucky you are. I remember, like, I went, like, just the last Friday, I went me and my friend to the beach because it's really been a long time for her for the last time she's been in the beach. And anyway, I was saying something, but I forgot. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I went with her there, and the problem in that beach, it was kind of so dirty. I don't know. It was like really, really dirty, to be honest. and it was yellow for some reason. Oh, have fun! Have fun! Oh no no lamentation خطرني حلقي شوية وصافي. I just needed to take a break guys, it's okay. Well, let's keep continuing, like talking about this Lady Dreamfire, because I'm so like I am interested about what's happening here. Where was it? Where was it? Let's just keep focusing on how it's cute to think that Amen is 3 or 4, because it is just so cute. Like our violent delight, it's still like it still has my heart. And thinking that that guy that I am reading about in that fanfiction is now just 3 or 4 is insane. It's really really insane. It's just so cute. Anyway, let's get going. Do you remember? You fell from the pony and you hurted your head. Egon said. You've been unconscious for 3 days. I'm so glad you're awake. Let's take a second just after what I've just read. Because Aegon, that we all know, would never say something like that, especially to Helena. He would have made fun of her or bullied her even. But like the fact that the author just made him so cute and sweet like that, it's so unfair. It is so unfair. Let's keep going. Oh my god, I almost made like my phone almost fall. It is 76%. Like, yeah. I'm kinda sleepy. Okay. He told her with a sweet smile. Shut up, buddy. Shut up. That's not fair. That's not fair. How can this gentle boy become the whoring king people remember him as? Honey, don't ask me. Don't ask me. This is her thoughts. Like, this is Sansa's thoughts. Oh, that's so painful. Girl, that's so painful. I already have tears in my eyes. He has such a he has a good heart, Sansa thought. She was about to thank him when running footsteps were heard. They all looked at the door as Queen Alicent entered. Sansa almost gasped. She was balding along auburn auburn hair, beautiful green eyes, delicate features, and a slender body. Her lips were thin, her nose and ears small. She was merely 23, and yet, four, and yet 4 times a mother. Helena, the queen yelled. A couple of seconds later, Sansa found herself engulfed in the Queen's loving hug. The child in her was overjoyed. Oh, that's so heartbreaking. That shattered my heart to several little pieces right now. Let's just shut up and do the rest. Sansa Sansa enjoyed the feeling, enjoying the embrace as well. Her eyes closed. She could almost imagine as if Lady Catelyn Tully, who was hugging her so dearly. My sweet daughter, you're awake. You're finally awake. I'm okay, Mama, she said, her face against her mother's neck. It doesn't hurt. The Queen looked the Queen looked her in the eyes and put a hand on her cheek. I'm glad to hear that, my sweet girl. The Maester will have to check you though. Is that okay? I'll make sure the Grand Maester. You seem to like him more than the others. Sansa nodded. From Helena's memories, she could see that the child usually disliked touching, especially when coming from strangers. Only her brothers and mother were allowed to touch her. Maester Gwaine was apparently the only maester kind enough to make sure the little princess was comfortable. She was glad Queen Alicent cared to remember her daughter's preference and interests. Thanks, Mama, she said cheerfully. I'll I'll stay with her. Aegon up. Oh my god. Oh my dearest god. Yeah, she is. Helena slash Sansa is like the best. Well, apparently, it is time to say goodbye and goodnight to everyone. Look, it is getting late. And you, Rahim, you must be careful. Staying at the beach, especially in this hour, is so dangerous. And guys, even though if you could swim, the sea is a betrayal. And stay careful, everyone. Thank you so much for being here, and see you at the next time. Yeah, Lady Dreamfire. Bye bye. Thank you so much for coming here. Bye bye. See ya. Good night.